When we want to retell a story, we're going to do 5 things, and we can use our hand to help us count those 5 things when we're retelling them. The first thing we want to do is we want to tell the characters in the story, and those are the people or the animals. And remember, if our character is an animal or an object, we know that it's a character because we can hear its thoughts, the animal or the object is talking, and we know it has feelings. Our second thing that we're going to talk about is our setting. And our setting is when and where our story is taking place. The third thing that we're going to talk about is what happened at the very beginning. So our beginning are the events at the start of our story. Our fourth thing that we're going to talk about when we retell a story is the events that happen in the middle of the story. And most of the time, that's our problem of our story. That's when we find out the problem in the story. And our fifth thing that we are going to talk about when we retell a story is the end. So the events that happen at the end of the story and the solution to our problem. If we read the story, Henry for Fall, we can retell it at the end. So let's start reading our story and then we can retell it. It's fall, says Oswald. Leaves fall. Hooray, says Oswald. Henry says, what a mess. Henry rakes the leaves. Weenie hides in the leaf pile. The pile moves. A monster, cries Henry. But it's only Weenie. Henry says, what a mess. Oops, says Oswald, we'll help you. The wind blows. Hooray, says Oswald. Come on, Henry, join the fun. Hooray for fall, says Henry. So we read our story, and now we're going to retell. 1, our characters are Henry, Oswald, and Weenie. 2, our setting is during the daytime, and they're outside. And I know it was the daytime because it's not dark yet in all the pictures. It's not dark like at nighttime. Okay? Number 3, the beginning of our story is that Oswald and Weenie are outside and they're looking at the leaves fall and they love it. And Henry comes out to rake the leaves. 4, the middle part of our story with the problem was that Weenie jumped in the pile and scared Henry and made the leaves go everywhere. So now Henry had to rake them all up again. And 5, the end of our story, Weenie and Oswald helped their friend Henry rake the leaves again because they were the ones that made the mess. And then they got to have fun in the fall with their friend Henry. Okay, so we used our 5 things to retell our story. Great job, first grade!